Hello everybody, welcome to video 1, I guess you'd call it. I'm going to be unboxing a Haro DMC. That's a 2021 model, just got in today. So if you want to just see the unboxing process and skip all the old guy talking, just skip to this time in the video and you can see that. I want to give you a little bit of history of how we get to this point. I was big into BMX in middle school, high school, raced a little bit, but then got into freestyle. This was back in the 80s. So pretty into it. Down here in southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas, it wasn't a whole lot going on. The scene wasn't very big at all, but we got through. And graduated high school in '91, went to college and got busy. So I kind of drifted out of that BMX phase, and I kept the bike for a while. I think I ended up selling my Haro Sport, probably 93 or so. Probably sold it for something stupid like 50 bucks. They're worth, anywhere from 3 to 4 grand now. It was all original, beautiful bike. But just got out of it, never really got back into it. Did have another bike later on that I did some stuff with some friends around here that were kind of doing it for a little bit, and I think I had a Poverty, something like that, which was very descriptive of that time. But anyway, so now I'm 48. My oldest son is about to graduate high school, so I guess you could call this a midlife crisis move, if you will. It's a lot cheaper than restoring a DeLorean though, so we'll go with the bike stuff and make sure my health insurance is up to date. So we're going to be unboxing a 2021 Haro DMC. This is from their Legend series. Apparently they've been doing this for several years. I haven't really kept up with it, so I literally just got back into this a few months ago, like 2 or 3 months ago. And been checking out a lot of videos online, and R.L. Osborne on his channel had unboxed one of these and put it together and talked really highly of it, and it's got the same color scheme as my last Haro Sport did in 1988, so I was really excited to get it. This is a 24-inch. My size needs a 26 or a 29, but I wanted a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more maneuverability, so I went with the 24. If the 24 doesn't work, you'll probably see a 24-inch Haro DMC for sale, and I'll be moving on to something else. So we're going to get this thing unboxed, take a look at what we got. Oh, by the way, this came from Alb's BMX. I scoured the country. They were the only ones that had any in stock at the time. Very hard to get a hold of things, probably because of pandemic, but a lot of these bikes are not manufactured in bulk like they used to be, so they're hard to get a hold of. But I got this from Alb's BMX. I'll put a link below, you can see that. But if you got a local store that does Haro and you want one of these things, check them out, see if they can't get a hold of one. It may take a little while, but we'll see if it's worth the wait. All right. By the way, this took forever to get here. Pandemic, I'm assuming, has caused all kinds of havoc in the manufacturing shipping industry. Then we just had a bizarre ice storm that lasted just a week, but very unusual for down here. Every county in the state of Texas was under a winter warning, which I believe was probably the first time that's happened in history. Turn this thing around. So we were iced over, snowed in for a little while. Of course, nothing like up north, but because we're not used to it. So when something happens like that, everything stops. The mail didn't run, shipping is backed up. I've got stuff I'm waiting on for my business that's been sitting in Dallas for several days, and they just don't have enough drivers and trucks to get it moved around because they're so overloaded right now with stuff that's come in. So let's see what we got. Alright, looks good. We're just going to pull this thing out, and tell you what, I will pull a few items out, and then we'll see if we can't put it all up here in this box. seat. All right. There's a front wheel. Love the color. Color scheme's fantastic. I believe last year's model came in more of a lime green, a little bit brighter green. Don't believe it was really a two-tone feel to it. This with all the, you'll see that in a minute, with all the blue on the stickers on the lower tube, kind of gives it a look of a two-tone bike. At least I hope that's what it looks like. It's what it looked like in the pictures. No, it's just two-tone green on the front, so it goes kind of a little bit of blue, bluish. All right. Hold it up, let you look at it for a second. Stem unboxed here so I can put the bars in, just temporary. So these bikes and I think everything from Haro except for their top-end freestyle bikes come with back brakes. That's it. As far as brake control and rotor systems, that kind of stuff, you don't get that unless you get some of their top-end stuff. Apparently it's very uncommon now. When I was riding back late 80s, mid and late 80s and stuff, you couldn't live without a rotor. Everything involved spinning your bars around a lot, so it was kind of a thing. So that being said, I got a rotor. It will mount a little bit differently than they did in the past because the headsets are integrated often now, where they're actually part of the front tube. So you can't put your gyro stop cup on the bottom that holds the brake cables. You have to actually drill in, if this doesn't come with holes already, you have to drill in cable stops. So I'll be doing that in another video. Very shiny. I'm liking it a lot. Everything's beefy on it, which if you watch RL's video, I'll probably link that below. If you watch RL's video, he talks about the build quality and who he thought was probably behind the process there, because he knows all the guys that are still designing and whatnot. Check this dude out. So this particular bike, the stem is one of the stems that bolt directly to the top end of the fork, which was also kind of an unusual thing when I stopped riding. It was just starting to come in. I think it was more of a, probably got adopted from the mountain bike and trail bike scene. I think they were doing stuff like that, especially as they started jumping things in that genre, because you can seriously break the whole front end of your bike if it's not super beefy. So this makes it pretty super beefy. But this stem on this particular bike has already got the mod to allow you to put a front brake cable right down the middle to give you full spin for those, which will be good because I will need that. Hopefully I'll be able to get that rotor on in the next few days. Got kind of a busy week, but we'll see how it goes. This is nice. It really is nice. I love the color. The chrome and the kind of the brushed aluminum always looked good against this their teals and their greens that they did. You don't see a whole lot of really bright shiny bikes like you used to. I know some of you right now are like, oh my God, he just stuck a knife in there. I know, I'm just trying to get it to where it'll hold itself up. So, yeah, there's a lot of, just about everything's black now. If you were to go back to look at it, you can probably look at a lot of that on YouTube. A lot of the videos from back in the day. Day-glow pink was like the hot color. Everybody wanted day-glow pink and yellows and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So we were a bright group of folks in more ways than one. Alright. Cool. Little fork protector down there on the bottom for the dropouts, which is nice. Tell you what, I may grab an Allen wrench here in a minute and get those to stand up on their own so we can take a look at it a little bit better. Let's see here. I believe this bike's got 3/8 hubs. They come in different sizes now. It's also something that wasn't common back in the day. Let's see, get this one off. So the goal here, let's talk about the next few videos I'll do. We'll put the rotor on, obviously, and I'll do the build on this where we put it together, tweak it out a little bit, and put the rotor on. This may not ever come off. We'll see. Be a very odd looking peg if I wrote that on there. Oh, something else that you'll need to pick up if you see fit. Pegs. It doesn't come with pegs, you'll have to get some. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that out with something else, so just set it on there so you can kind of get a feel for it. So there is the DMC 2021 24-inch Haro DMC unboxed. Rear brakes, 3-piece cranks, 36 spoke, awesome paint job, great top load stem with the mod for the center brake cable. Looks good. I may even leave the reflectors on for a few days. So check back and we will get to see the build. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and share with your friends. If you got any comments, go ahead and list them below. Any questions, I'll try to reply to those if I can. All right, appreciate it, guys.